Hey friends, I I've had a really interesting, really beautiful um, morning, and particularly a session of the piano teacher training program that I'm doing. Oh, we're playing this piece by Ravel called Wazzotrist, Sad Birds. And I had a little bit of time to practice it, and then before today, and then I gave myself a little window before the session today, and I was really glad I did, because I got to really kind of feel into this piece a little bit before the session. And then on the session, there were any number of really wonderful insights that came through. There was stuff that came through me as I was teaching, and then there was some really powerful stuff that the woman teaching me was able to offer me when I was working on the piece myself. But at the very end of it, Madeline said something that, it's funny because I'd had a kind of intuition of this. Something in my brain had said, I wonder if I'm feeling the sadness of this piece. Because I start to play Ravel and I see these incredible, the first place my mind went was all these incredible rhythmic subdivisions and rhythmic juxtapositions, lots and lots of 3/2, 2/3, but on varying scales. And feeling that, and so that's just fascinating when I'm learning a piece. I got way into that, and then I had a lesson with Madeline on it, and she reminded me that there's also the sound of this piece. It's not strictly about the rhythmic intricacy, the rhythmic playfulness of it. And so Madeline's comment after the session where I was in the student role was, Robin needs more sadness. He needs to feel more sadness in this piece. And it just gave me a really powerful sense of, oh, right. What's the music actually communicating? And even before Madeline had made that comment, we'd been working really deeply with body sound awareness. The teacher I was working with gave me an exercise to do where I just play like one chord or one note and then feel the sound really deeply. So it's like totally out of time. You're just playing one chord and letting it hit the body, letting yourself feel it. And then playing one more note or one more chord or whatever. And it put me directly in contact with like a world of sound. It's almost like I was experiencing like 10% of the sound, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, no, it's not just like a little more sound. There's an entire universe here. And it reframed so many things so quickly, because one thing that I felt myself, one insight that quickly came through was, if my focus is able to remain on the sound, I think I might have a very different experience of performance anxiety. I think that one of the ways in which performance anxiety manifests in me, and probably in a lot of people, is that our focus is on the technique, the technical hurdles we're clearing as we play. And in piano, they are formidable. On most instruments, they're reasonably formidable. So when we make a mistake, our focus goes to that level of awareness. Our focus goes to the technical level of awareness, and we have this oh shit moment where we realize we missed something, and we try and fix it, or we do it again, try and get it right. But I noticed that it takes my awareness and plucks it completely out of the sound world and plugs it into this technical level. And I thought, what if I could change that? What if I could remain completely immersed in the sound at all times, whether there's a mistake or not, whether no matter what's happening? I've trained myself intuitively to remain connected to the sound, because on the sound level, a mistake might just be interesting. Certainly it'll be something unanticipated. And I talk a lot about this in my piano course. I talk about approaching mistakes as discoveries. But what is showing up for me that's new is that the level on which that discovery can take place, if we locate that in the sound sphere of our experience as we're making music, rather than the technical sphere as we're executing a technique, the discovery has a chance to be even more revelatory. It just has a chance to really have an impact, and we can hear what it is. We can hear what that mistake is trying to teach us. I've been convinced, and I was just editing my piano course recently, and I was going over some of this stuff. I'm totally convinced that every single mistake is a gift. It is a signpost pointing us towards where we want to go, not where we think we should go, but where we actually deeply desire to go. And the only thing that prevents us from using that information is a feeling that it's just a mistake and we just need to stop making it. We just need to get it right. That's the mindset that ignores the bulk of the information that's coming at us whenever we make a mistake. And again, on the technical level, I feel like what I clocked today was that there's more to absorb in the sound world level than there is on the technical, on the sort of just minutia of technique level. Not always. Sometimes there's plenty to absorb on the technical level too, but and then what then came through was, I've been practicing violin with Annalise. I've been guiding her practice for the last several weeks, last couple months. And I've put very little emphasis on the sound. And it made me go, oh, what if I invite her to simply feel where the sounds on her violin, where does she feel them in her body? It really connected for me the dots between like my habitual approach, which has been I'm reflecting on it a lot, because it's hard to do a practice session with a 4-year-old every day and not get new information every day. But this really kind of landed for me as, oh, there's an entire sphere that's available to us. That's really significant. And that I think she might enjoy. I think she might find it fun to play there. So, gave me a sense that I could be onto something. And really grateful for the session today. And for, everybody. Thanks, folks. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.